Should I put this going on? Hello, collective. This is Tan for Artemis Oracle. I think I should put the mic on just in case. Because sometimes I shuffle really loudly and it makes like this really sharp sound that even as I'm watching the replay, it annoys me. Okay, let's see. I gotta check this, the audio here. All right, I love the reading I did earlier today. I felt like it was a really good reading. It had really good messages, and I'm glad it resonated with the people who were able to watch the live stream. To me, that's very satisfying, and it's also validating for me continuing to do my channel. What the hell? There's something, or it's a fly. Okay, like flies have been around me. Nosy ass MNFers. They're a nuisance. Let's see, I could do it this way. I was gonna go by the water, but oh my God, it's so fucking hot. There's like no shade. So I was like, you know what? I'll go by the water later and I'll be like there. That's where I will go decompress and I cleanse my energy and then I'll go home and I'll chill. And then I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow because yeah. I don't if I do go live, it may be in the evening, like around 6 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, Tuesday the 28th. But today is Monday the 27th. I believe the moon is in Capricorn. Then soon we're going to be having the full moon in Aquarius on Wednesday the 29th. And then we also have the north and south node shift that happened last week. So it's like a lot of stuff going on. And then soon we're going to be entering into the eclipse season, which I have to do more research on. And it was interesting because I was watching another tarot reader and she was talking about how they say we're not supposed to manifest. But the thing is, it's true what she said too. We're always manifesting. Our thoughts, thinking about our desires, thinking about what we want to do, our goals, and the actions we take towards implementing the plan, and then that will lead to the goal being accomplished. You know, it's true. We're always manifesting, good and bad. You know. All right, let me see. Like my network has been a little weird. Just want to check. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, my name is Tan. Artemis Oracle is my channel. I'm an Oracle and Tarot card reader. And if the messages resonate with you, please like this live stream. Please consider subscribing and check out my membership. I haven't started doing any content with it because I don't have enough people there. And, you know, but if the person that signed up for the membership, if you comment, I will see your membership star, and then I could do your mini reading during a regular live stream, until we get enough people in the membership, so we could just have a members only live stream, and then I can do the mini readings then. So you just let me know. I'm gonna put subscriber mode on too because I had to, because there's people on the internet that shouldn't be allowed on the internet. That's all I'm going to say. All right. I wanted to dance before I started, but then it's like I just had this desire to leave. But then when I go to where I was going to go, it was too hot. There was no shade. And we're nowhere, like we're a couple hours away from the sun setting. So I already have enough of a farmer's tan, okay? And if you don't know what that is, that's when you have a lot of tan lines. You have tan lines in your arms, in your legs, around your ankles. You're like all mismatched and shit. Not many people know what that means. Let's see what messages you need to know. Somebody wants to apologize to you for some reason. I wonder what they did. Maybe you're feeling apologetic or regretful about something. Another card. It fell right on top. This one wanted to come out too. Two cards fell on top of that. Message and finances. Somebody, I don't know. All right. Sorry, but the two cards fell on top of sorry were message and finances. And then we have this card, work. Okay, work. Sorry, message, finances, work. So message, communication records, call records, instant messaging, finances, money problems, work, success, fortune, and then we have work here. It's so straightforward. It's like there may be somebody wanting to apologize. Maybe you were supposed to go meet up with them. You were supposed to meet up, but then they got caught up in work or with work, and they wanted to apologize for that. Somebody could probably, like if you have plans with somebody, they may be canceling because they're getting an opportunity to do overtime too. And they may be apologizing for that. Labor, earning money, livelihood. Okay, and then crown, owner, master, top level, sorry. Yeah, there could be somebody who's like really working on trying to level up in the career, and they may be making sacrifices that could be affecting your relationship, and they may be apologizing for that. Maybe you felt like I know this isn't a love reading, but why would somebody want to apologize about work unless it's, like it could be a child, like they could be wanting to apologize to the kid because they're going to miss something because they're working. But the reason why they're sorry is like because they're working towards some sort of level up that they want, If they like a business owner, they may be spending a lot of time working on their business, and they may be, I don't know if someone feels regretful or someone feels neglected is what I wanted to say. Someone regrets making someone feel neglected. All right. Hi, Curtis. Hi, Tarot Radio Live. TRL. It reminds me of TRL. Okay. I'm careful because I don't want anybody using my voice to do things with it. You know what I mean? AI shit. I'm like, oh, she gave me a shout out, I'm like, thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you for the likes. Okay. Let me see. The crown card fell on top of the sorry. I don't know if somebody has been prioritizing work, prioritizing other things, and this is why they want to apologize. But it's annoying, But let's find out I'm going to clarify each card. There may be separate messages or be one cohesive message, So take the messages that I get from the clarifying with tarot as they resonate, because they may not resonate with all of your situations. But I feel like the crown and sorry go together. I really think it has to do with priorities. Someone may feel bad that they're not prioritizing you, that I don't know if somebody wants to apologize for making you feel unimportant. I don't know why this is coming up in my mind. I remember I was talking about this a couple weeks ago, like you're not important because sometimes other things take precedence over you, and the same thing with you. We all have our different priorities, Okay, look, 4 of Cups. For sorry and crown. Yeah, I feel like somebody may be sad, apathetic, bored even of something or someone with the 4 of Cups. I don't know, like when I look at this, it's like somebody is drinking their sorrows, like they're drinking something away. You know, there's a saying, I cannot remember it right now, but it's like when you're, um, you know, people sometimes use drinking as a coping mechanism. So I don't know if somebody is doing that, but usually they do that to decompress, to cope with something, or even try to escape something. But there's some level of dissatisfaction, apathy here. That card just flew over there. Yeah, look at the Five of Swords. There could be some sort of disagreements, arguments. Maybe somebody got hurt. You see here? So, like, because let's say the Five of Swords is the winning at all costs, you know? But sometimes the winner doesn't end up winning. Or maybe someone feels like they've been playing too much, because you see they're like, someone actually got hurt. So somebody it could be two ways. It could be somebody is feeling upset, not upset, but like they're like emotionally detached because of some sort of because they were hurt, or they like, you know, some people do that when they've been hurt so many times, they start to become numb. So I wonder if somebody hurt somebody or disappointed someone so much that the person that was hurt is like no longer feeling, they're emotionally detached. They're not as fun or as warm or even as inviting as they used to be. Because you think about the Three of Cups, it's about coming together, celebration, having fun, being with friends, good times, having a good time together. But I feel like something has happened where like the good times are over, or the good times are done. Wait a minute. Who is apologetic? I want to know, who is this person that's apologetic? Who is this person that's apologetic? Justice, it could be a Libra energy, or it could be someone who feels like they weren't being fair or treating someone equally. That there may have been an imbalance. Because I mean, usually, like, think about it. There's an imbalance in something. Usually someone is going to get fed up. Someone is going to be sad. Someone's going to get disappointed. But I say fed up because of with the Four of Cups. It's like someone got fed up with something and they just like, they're done with it. Like it's like a fuck it. I don't give a fuck anymore. It's that kind of energy here. All right. Three of Wands. The fact that I said that, whoever is in this the Four of Cups energy, they're already like, they're soaking, they're licking their wounds, I want to say. Literally, there is a wound there. So someone got hurt, so someone may be licking their wounds and deciding just to like look beyond the situation. Look at what lies ahead. What else lies in the future for them with the Three of Wands, because this is like expansion, you know, like usually Two of Wands, you're looking at the two things, or the idea, the spark. With the one wand, you're looking at that one thing, you're probably even hyper focused on it, but then it's like you're realizing, if this resonates with you, or someone's realizing that this situation itself is disappointing, but that doesn't mean they have to stay in it. They could look outside of it to see what else lies for them. The Moon card came out, so someone could have Cancer in their chart, be a Cancerian. There's definitely like sadness tied to this. There is sadness. And it could be the person that's wanting to apologize that's sad. Because I feel like whoever someone wants to apologize to, they're the ones that are at this point where they don't care anymore. They don't care. I don't know if that's you, like someone did something too many times and then it reached a point where I don't know if you've reached some sort of threshold and you're like, yeah, I'm done. You lost all emotions, connection, feelings for someone or a situation itself, you know? And what is this? I don't even know if it's love or anything, but see, we got the Ten of Cups. It could have to do with a family situation. It could be with work itself, but it could also be like, say someone is working, right? And they're trying to level up, but they missing out on an opportunity. Like say they're not given the offer, or maybe they no longer care or want the offer anymore because of some sort of conflict that came up with the Five of Swords that maybe made somebody lose like taste for whatever this offer could be. I'm looking at it from a work perspective. Some of you may be venturing out, looking, maybe wanting to leave a job and seeing what else is out there for you or maybe the offer that they're giving you is not good enough. I don't know if somebody was told that they were going to get something and that what they were offered wasn't exactly what they pitched for. And this is where the dissatisfaction or apathy is coming in or setting in for someone, where they're like, yeah, I'm done with this. I got to go. I got to go. And maybe for some of you, that could be some sign, if that resonates with you, if that message resonates with you, that may be your sign or something inside of you, you're like deep down inside, you're like, okay, maybe some of you needed that specific failure or like this, I guess, disappointing offer to let you know that you should be moving on anyway, because you no longer resonate with something like your job anymore. But with the Ten of Cups coming out, that has to do with family, harmony, but it doesn't have to be family, but it could just be like you being happy, feeling fulfilled. You know, you getting like you have everything you want. You're not lacking anything. You're emotionally fulfilled with something. But now you like looking at the results and you're evaluating what your options are. Some of you could be considering not accepting an offer with this, because you're going to be you have to be in this place where you have to evaluate whatever the offer is. Can you work with it? Can you grow from it? If it does it align with what you want for your future? Is it going to lead you to your Ten of Pentacles? And then you get to decide what that is. You may just consider looking out there and leaving and moving on and going into something new, something different. Investing elsewhere. Taking all your experience, your knowledge, your skills with you somewhere new. For some of you, it could be that. But ultimately, what you want is something that is going to be fruitful, that is going to be fulfilling, and have you feeling like connected to what you're doing or connected to a person. So if it's romantic, someone could be making an offer and it's not exactly what you want either. And you may be considering walking away or disconnecting or like detaching, because whatever they offered it's like, wow, this is all you're going to give me after all the time we've spent together, and this is all I get? Or you're willing to give or invest? But somebody is regretful. Someone could have been putting something else ahead of another person, or whatever level up you were hoping to receive, it ends up being disappointing, and it may not be exactly what you wanted. But then you have to consider, can you work with it? Is it something that you can build upon? Will it lead you to the Ten of Pentacles, and will it lead you to your Ten of Cups, emotional fulfillment? So it's like you got to decide it's like you got to pick your poison. Like you got to. Okay, I got the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck, so it's about like some alignment, like whatever is being offered, or this apology. Is this something that you're willing to accept and continue working together, partnering up with it, if it's a romantic situation, or not? But you get to decide, because there could be a better option or better opportunity out there for you that could be more fulfilling. Yeah. For some of you, it might be the end of a cycle or ending of something. It could be the job, it could be a relationship, anything that has been full of conflict that has you at this place where you just don't care anymore. But it's like what's on the other side, this is the energy. Like you could be aligning to something that's much greater for you, that can be close to or leads to the 10 of Pentacles for you, or be a new opportunity for you. It may be a new start, starting over somewhere, maybe doing something new, learning something new, but also like it's leading to the 9 of Cups, which is like that emotional fulfillment, like a wish come true. But then with the world, it's like it's a close of a cycle. It's ending. It's some sort of ending. And look, we have the death card underneath that. So the world and death, that's definitely the end of something, to lend for something new, you know? And it could be a passion project, you know? So that's that with that part of the reading. Okay. Now we're going to go to the message card. Let's see what comes out for that. Hi, Katarina. Okay. Katya. I was going to say Katarina. Message. Tell me about this message for the collective. What is this? Communication records, call records, instant messaging. Who is the person wanting to message? What do they want to communicate to the collective? Who will this resonate with? Tell us, Spirit. Just like one message the collective needs to know. I like shuffling this way. I know the readers shuffle differently, but this is the way I shuffle. I learned for myself because I like the cards to come out on their own. Got the World. Gonna come some sort of, oh, wow. All right. Judgment. Oh, I don't know if this is good. I don't know if this is good news or bad news. Because we got the World card. You're going to get some sort of communication about something ending. Something could be closing out. But then the Three of Cups, that celebration, coming together, happiness, fun, joy, right? But then the Tower. Towers could be good or bad. It's depending on what the tower is for and the impact of it. You know, it could be shocking news, or it could be something falling apart, something that was built on a faulty foundation finally crumbling, you know. The Three of Cups kind of throws it off, but it's like some sort of decision. Maybe something is being resurrected, something that's wanting to resurrect. Or it could be some sort of final judgment decision that's being made. There's a lot of, because the Tower card is Scorpio and Aries energy, Mars energy. You know what I'm getting? Like, it could be something that's falling apart to be rebuilt. Like something's, but I want to clarify that. But we have the Judgment card here, you know? So it could be resurrection, something coming back to life. Something that from the past, or something that has been, I wonder if it's tying back to this other reading, you know, the reading, or because it could be it could be a communication too. And it could be a new communication, but it's whatever, it could be having to do with whatever happened here, right? Because a message could come in many forms. It could be a conversation. It could be an actual text message, SMS, DM, email, a carrier pigeon, or courier pigeon, something like that, you know? Wow, it's Pisces. There's a lot of Pisces. So some of you, it could be a message that you've probably been waiting for a long time. You probably felt like you've been left hanging. You were in limbo. But with the High Priestess underneath, Judgment, it could be Pisces energy. This could be something that you don't know, that's being done behind the scenes. The Hanged Man and the Six of Wands. Something that you've been like, you're putting a lot of effort in, something that you didn't give up on with the Nine of Wands being here, but then we have the Six of Wands. So something that you've been persevering over that is going to lead to some sort of victory. So I feel like this Tower might be a good one because of the Six of Wands. But I want to be sure. I saw the Strength card. Strength is about like not allowing, like taming your fears. It could be a message that kind of, oh, I'm getting anxious. I don't know if any of you are feeling anxious right now. I'm getting anxious. All right. All right. I want to clarify the Tower. What is the Tower? Oh, you are? It's okay. Look at that. Dana, look, the sorry card is here. Oh my gosh, Dana. Hi, Dana. Oh, Queen of Wands. So, remember, we saw the Judgment card, and that's something being resurrected. And then we have the Death card, and we know death, rebirth. So it's definitely something coming back to life. Something, I don't know if you're feeling like coming back to life, if somebody's coming back to life. Look at the Nine of Wands came out again. It's something that you've been persevering. What you thought was dead is not something. I got some weird phrase in my mind. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But it's like, what you thought was dead and gone isn't. It's like something's coming back again. You know what song I'm thinking about right now? It's Celine Dion's "It's All Coming Back to Me." I don't know how that resonates with you. That song is a romantic song, but it's about something that. Don't you wear history with the slamming of the door? Didn't know that I could be so strong again somehow, some shit like that. Never wasted any of my time on uselessness. When you hold me like this, when you touch me like that, it was hard to believe, but it's all coming back to me. Why that song is coming to my mind. That song might mean something to you or someone. So, okay. We have Queen of Wands, we have Scorpio energy, we have Scorpio and Aries. We have the World card. They usually say that's Capricorn energy, but it could also be, I'm trying to remember, because the World card also has the fixed signs on it, I believe. It's also the Wheel of Fortune that has the fixed signs. But it could be any sign. The moon is currently in Capricorn, but we have fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. I feel like something passionate is returning, is coming back. Somebody's passion is coming back. But the Tower, all right, okay, fine. We know, as clarify, the Tower is death, something the ending to begin again, right? But the Queen of Wands is passion, it's confidence, it's drive, motivation, in the feminine sense, attraction, magnetism. I don't know if somebody's getting their mojo back, but I want the message though. Who's sending this message? Because, okay, I got the Five of Cups in reverse. So whatever this message is, it's the opposite of Five of Cups. Because the Five of Cups is like grief, sadness, depression, regret. I don't know if this is tied to the other reading too. It could be the person that's wanting to apologize, that maybe, there's two ways that could go. Sometimes people apologize and then they really mean it and they make necessary changes, right? It could be that, like, somebody's changing. This is why the Tower's falling down, but it's allowing something new to begin again. Like you're starting from scratch with the World card, you know? So some of you could be reuniting with somebody. It could be an old friend that you had an out, like you were on the outs with, in the outs or on the, I don't talk like this, that you had a disagreement with. That you have, they could be reaching out to you. It could be a lover. It could be a family member. It doesn't have to be romantic. But it could be this person, the apologetic person that they may be apologizing for, because I remember I said sorry in the crown and someone was putting something else as a priority. Like somebody may be focused on their career, like wanting to get a level up, maybe working extra hours, trying to achieve some sort of promotion or whatever it is. See the Six of Pentacles. So there could, like earlier I said that there may have been some, I don't know if I said this, but yeah, I did with the Justice card. Okay, I did. I said that there may have been some sort of imbalance, you know, and now that's going to be changing. Maybe somebody's wanting to bring more balance into the situation, you know, because they noticed that they weren't being fair and they weren't giving to the connection equally. Let me see. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Oh, wait. Devil. Six of Pentacles. The Devil's Capricorn energy. But this is funny because the Devil card, when I look at this card, at least right at this moment in this reading, I wonder if somebody like tamed their devil, like controlled their devil, like they trapped the devil in some way. You know, because, you know, sometimes we have like these bad habits. Like the devil could be someone who overworks. They they say Capricorns, they're very like goal-oriented people that they just like all about the bag. Hi, Carolina. They just money, work. And we do have that here with finances and work. That could be like what this person was all about. They could have been a workaholic, very much focused on money and work and not having fun. And that could be something that they're like honing in on, like they're trying to fix to restore balance. I feel like I'm spending too much time on that card. But it could be that somebody could be communicating that. Maybe, you know, I feel like work-life balance. That's what I'm getting. Someone maybe make it more time to have or bring more fun into their life instead of focusing so much. Because like I said, this person could have been very much focused on work and leveling up and they disappointed you a lot of times, or like they made you feel like you weren't like important, like you weren't a priority, that like whatever they were doing was more important than you were. So you could have felt neglected, and this person could be admitting that, taking accountability, and then now wanting to like, I guess, like control that part, like make changes, necessary changes. But the Devil card it's usually not read that way, but this is how I'm getting it here. Because, you know, I could be, I try to be like read in all angles, you know, but I feel like somebody is working on their toxicity, you know. This person has to resonate with somebody, because for all I know, one of you who's watching right now could be the workaholic. You're like, yeah, I realized I put too much pressure on myself for work and stuff. Like maybe you took time out, like you had to introspect, you had like a moment of solitude to really think things through and think about like, wow, like I put so much effort on this, but then there's something else that I care about, or someone else that I care about who I'm letting down. You know, because it says finances. Whoever this is like there's someone who is very much focused on their success or wealth, fortune, you know. I feel like this goes with the finances card. And the hermit, he does shadow work, so maybe somebody had this time of isolation is allowing somebody to see themselves or have a better understanding of their behavior and how it's impacting their relationship, if it is a relationship. Now, for some of you, it could be this. I'm going to read it in a different way. Some of you, if you have been, like, say you were in a job, you're currently in a job, or you were in a job that, they not giving you what you feel like you deserve. Some of you could be getting a message where you may be closing out a cycle where you're leaving an old job and then you're starting somewhere new. Whatever they're offering you, it's not disappointing. It's not like it's something that you're not going to regret. It's gonna allow you to have a new beginning with like a rebirth, right? Something ending for you to have that new beginning with the completion, the end of a cycle or end of something. And you're going to be celebrating happy because you have a new opportunity, an opportunity where you're recognized, where there's generosity, like you're being paid properly, appropriately, where everybody does their part. It could be that. It could also be like a leadership role where you may be taking the lead. It could be a project that you're going to be taking the lead on too, where you may be leading people, inspiring people, because the Queen of Wands, any of the Wands energy, they do that. They inspire people. They motivate people because of their energy. So, or this could be something that's going to re-energize you, make you excited about life again, excited about whatever it is that you do. But like I said, it could be a romantic thing too, where the person may be like, doesn't want to give up on the connection. They don't want to give up on the connection. They want to have a new beginning, start from scratch, do things the right way, create memories, spend more time together, more quality time, have that work-life balance, but also have, make sure that they're being generous with you. Now, the devil and the hermit, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So someone could be having the understanding about how they may be, I want to say it could be an obsession with their finances, with their wealth, and how, that has impacted their life and the way that they're living. Like they live to work, but they don't live to live, there's all work and no play type of energy. Hey, Christine. So someone could be having a realization that they have this toxicity with maybe the way they see work and finances, or even value themselves too, or how they feel like they have to prove the value, because sometimes people do that because they feel like that's the only way that they could prove themselves. Prove that they're worthy. Look what I can do. Anybody see Mad TV? That Stuart guy, that adult man, a boy. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. Stuart. That's Mad TV. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up, okay? Google Mad TV Stuarts, okay? Like this person probably thought that, how some people, they feel like they have to do that. They maybe even overextend themselves, make themselves too available. Ooh, okay. This is different message. I have to say it because it came to my mind. I wonder if somebody's apologizing to themselves because they haven't been prioritizing themselves and they've been prioritizing other people, being too available to people who aren't available to them. And someone is seeing that, because the finances card doesn't always have to be about money and work. For me, this is also about your self-worth. Yes, no. I see him with his long ass legs. You're like, no. I kind of want to do it right now, but no, I can't do it right now. But I'm glad you know what I'm talking about, Curtis. Okay. I feel like maybe somebody also is realizing something about their own self-worth too. And we could separate this, what I'm about to say from but it could be tied in too, because sometimes when you don't value yourself, you don't see your value, you don't see what you bring to the table, or you don't understand that you're not supposed to have to prove yourself. The people who value you will value you. You wouldn't have to be, like having to prove yourself. You know what I mean? Where you overgive and you basically burn yourself out. For some of you, that it could be that realization that could be your devil, that you haven't been valuing yourself. Maybe some of you have been taking time with yourself. I don't know if some of you went no contact with somebody, or you're just spending more time alone because you really haven't had the energy or motivation to want to be around people. But because, sometimes that happens. Sometimes we go through like these healing journeys, as a fly in here, and you need that time alone. And that alone time gives you time to think, to process, to analyze, to start to evaluate what it is that you value, what it is about you that you need to change, that you need to improve. Do you want people to validate you? Are you trying to prove your worth by being performative in a way? It could be performative, but it could also be that you could be like, I know for me. Yeah. Yeah, we do that at work. We overextend ourselves at work, or even within our relationships. And one of the things I even had to tell myself, because this is why it came up. I was like, why is this popping up? Because I'm not even thinking about myself in this reading, but it's something that, and I think it has to do with a video I watched earlier. And it was about empaths when they're dealing with avoidance and what happens to the empath. So some of you may resonate with being an empath, where you were probably like in a chaser dynamic, where you felt like you were always chasing somebody, and they were always running. They call it the twin flame shit, whatever the fuck that is. Anyway, so for some of you, it could be that like you may be in a no contact situation, or you had a breakup with somebody. It has something happened where you are spending more time alone, but it's giving you time to really think about yourself. What is it about yourself that you're happy about, you're not happy about? It could be a situation that happened where someone has disappointed you, and they may have disappointed you so many times that you reached a point where you don't care, you become apathetic, and then you want to start focusing on yourself. And that tends to happen too, So for some of you, you could be the devil could be working on your insecurities, your fears, your obsessions. Sometimes, they say, or people pleasing, and they say that's a toxic trait too, because you're, in a way, if you think about it, when you're trying to please other people, you end up getting the short end of the stick. You end up getting either mistreated, taken for granted, used, people disrespected even, so some of you may be having a realization that that's something that you want to change, because you don't want to end up in situations where you feel like this, like you have to detach, you have to become apathetic. Because I think if some of you like have that issue where you may be needing to heal and work on that, and you get out of this apathetic energy, that's what's going to invite something that is willing to, an offer maybe coming in that aligns with what you deserve. If you're like an overgiver, or someone who is a people pleaser, when you start to change that behavior and you realize where it's stemming from, what wound it's stemming from, probably some of I know for me, like I was emotionally neglected as a child, and when you, like for me, from my understanding, from my own experience, is if my emotions aren't important to anybody, then that means I'm not important, because I am a very emotional person. When it comes to the people I care about, right? But if the people I care about don't care about me, it makes me feel like I'm not important. So of course I internalize that. So some of you may resonate with that too. Some of you may have been neglected. Your parents may have been emotionally unavailable. They could have been neglectful in general. However that resonates with you. Not everybody experiences that, and good for you. But I'm talking to the people who have, they know what I'm talking about. So some of you maybe, whatever you may be going through, like has you in solitude, is allowing you an opportunity to evaluate the way you view yourself and the way you value yourself. And that could be the work too that you're going to be putting in for yourself. Like you may be focusing on improving your self-esteem. That was like a side message. Yeah, with the Two of Wands, the Hermit. So some of you could be like realizing what your limitations are, whether your toxicities, your habits, your obsessions, your fears, all that stuff. And then having that understanding and even that epiphany too, and valuing it, it's what's going to allow you to look forward to the future, be more optimistic, but also willing to move out of what you're familiar with and seeing what else lies there for you. It's like entering a new world, with the Two of Wands, because you get to choose if you're going to stay the same person you were, or are you going to be different? Are you going to continue what you've been doing, or are you going to become a new you, a new version of you? That could be what the Tower moment too is in this message is too. It could be. Sometimes people trigger us, and that's yeah. Some of you definitely have been like resting, needing to take a break, because this is healing energy right here. Taking a break from the heartbreak, disappointments, the overthinking, or even like the indecision that you may have had, but giving yourself like a bit of a respite so that you can work on what it is that you need to work on, and decide what path, what actions you're going to be taking moving forward, All right. So now let's just work. Queen of Swords, Six of Wands. So the Queen of Swords is very discerning. She's someone who's very honest. She cuts through the BS, the bullshit, the BS. She cuts through all that, and she sees the truth. She's honest with herself. She's also honest with people. But with this coming to work, there could be a Queen of Swords energy communicating with you about a new opportunity with work, one that will allow you to be recognized. It's going to be something new. It could be something new to you, or it could just be a new job. Let me see more. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles. Chariot, success, a victory, overcoming challenges. You could be, I don't know, for some of you, because whenever I see the work card with Six of Wands, it's like it could be a competitive field that you're in, and that you're standing above the crowd, and somebody is deciding and choosing you for whatever this opportunity is. It's an opportunity, temperance energy. That's the Chariot is Cancer. The Queen of Swords is Aries. I want to say Aries, but it's not Aries. But Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. But then Temperance is Sagittarius. For some of you, it could be an opportunity where you get to blend two things together. It could be something that you're passionate about, but also something that you're experienced with. And I wanted to say this, and I just realized what the fuck this card is. I was going to say it was like something you manifested. I wanted to say it was something you were manifested, but I was like, no, wait, that's not what temperance means. But that's what the Magician does. It could be an opportunity that you've manifested. Something that allows you to do what you love, but use the skills that you currently have. And it's going to allow you to be recognized, seen. Some of you it may involve travel with the Chariot card. So this could be a job that requires you to travel. Something more about King of Wands. It could be a leadership role. It could be one where you may be leading a team. Definitely a creative project, a passion project. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. King of Wands is fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And the Page of Cups. Look at that. You're going to feel like a kid. You're going to be so happy, you know? I feel like some of you may be making somebody sorry that they if you're leaving something behind, they're going to be sorry. But you're going to be happy with whatever this opportunity is. Yeah, it's with the Nine of Cups too. Yeah, you're going to be beyond happy. It's like a wish fulfillment, you know? A wish come true. That is going to lead to the Ten of Cups, which we saw in the beginning. So someone's gonna be sorry if you're leaving behind a job that just wasn't going to give you something, but it wasn't what you wanted, and it doesn't align with what you want, or you feel like you deserve. That was a disappointing offer. Like something better is going to be coming along for you that aligns with you and will be fulfilling. It lights a fire under you. It puts you in a place where you are going to be seen, recognized. Be a leader. Is going to allow you to pursue your passion. It's something that you really care about, and it's a blend of two things: something you're experienced with, but something that you care about or are passionate about. Hierophant, which is about contracts. It's about learning. It could be something that you feel like you're an expert at. You know, like you may probably even went to school to study it, and you're like an expert. Like you could teach other people possibly. And a leader does that. A leader teaches. A leader doesn't tell people what to do. A leader inspires, you know, so definitely inspiring. You may be teaching somebody, maybe teaching people, inspiring people. So, oh, okay, for real, Christine. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay, I hope this reading resonates with you all in some way or another in the best way possible. I feel like it was more like I blended it. It was about work and love. I try to read it in both ways. What can you say about family? You forgive them or you don't. You work on the issues or you don't. You move on or you don't. You cut them out or you keep them in. Oh, you do travel a lot too? Wow. Well, I hope it's a position that you really love and you care about, and it just like ticks all your boxes. What is that? It tickles your pickle. Why I don't talk like this? Yeah. Oh, wow. Christine, you're going to be so busy. Oh. So you have 2 jobs? Oh my gosh. Make sure you have a work-life balance, because that was also a message here. Make sure you're not only about work, 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 and money, money, money. Make sure you make time to enjoy life, you know, too, because that came out. All right, let me see. What's 6.2? All right. Let me go into the Fortune Oracle. I mean, I could do a love reading, but not everything's about love. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I can see why you want to stay busy. Stay as productive as possible. I hope that situation changes for you soon. I truly do. And it's so sad that you could be working and then the people could still end up in that place, you know? That's what's so effed up. That you could be working, you be completely educated and have work history and all that, but then it's so expensive to find somewhere to live, you know? Yeah. No, it's going to happen. You will. You will, Christine. You will. Let me see. I don't know. I'm not feeling this. I don't want to do Archangel. I already did that already. Did I bring any other cards with me? I'm trying to check if I have other cards. You know, I like talking about shadow stuff. I brought my pocket archetypes deck. I don't know if I want to do this though, because it's like, I feel a little anxious. I'll do a love reading. It's funny because I looked at the bottom of the deck before I shuffled again, and it said breaking point. Oh my God. I'm like, oh yeah, great. Someone's at their breaking point. Oh my God. You know, I found this new tarot reader. His name is Patrick Tarot. He's so funny. Patrick Tarot. He's from I want to say Hungary, but that's not the country. He's from Hungary. He's Hungarian. See, it's Bulgaria, right? And then Hungary, not Hungary. I put them together. Oh, you know Patrick Tarot? Scorpio. He's good. I like that poll he did about what's the most important thing in a relationship, like what makes a successful relationship. And he put emotional intelligence or maturity. I think it was emotional maturity or intelligence, something like that. Shared values, attraction, and what was the other one? Timing. Yeah, he is funny. He's like, some of you have some really good coochie or really good pee-pee. He's so funny. And I love his accent too. Chemistry. It's all about chemistry. There isn't a thing I'm not ready to be. You bring out the best in me. Okay, chemistry, memories, past life. This past life card came out before. All right, you know, like if you've watched my readings before, you know the past life card to me doesn't necessarily have to mean like in another like incarnation. Not like you lived in the 70s or the 1800s, nothing like that. It could be that. I believe in reincarnation, but it could also be like just someone from your past. Because remember, throughout this incarnation, there are different versions of ourselves, right? Because we're constantly evolving. We go through different stages in our life, different phases. So you could say, oh, I knew this person in another life, but it's like in this life, you know, this incarnation is just somebody from your past. So it could be somebody from the past that is thinking about you, thinking about, reminiscing about you. It could be someone you had a passionate connection with. It could be somebody that you were just attracted to. Some of you could have had an intimate relationship with them where it possibly was physical, because you can have an intimate relationship without the physical. Or some of you, it never reached that part. It never reached that point. Okay. Let me see what else comes out. I thank you all for being here. Thank you for the likes. I don't know if anybody subscribed, but that's okay. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tan. I'm an Oracle and Tarot card reader. I have to be careful because sometimes I want to say I'm an article. That's Artemis and Oracle put together. Article. I'm Artemis Oracle. I'm an Oracle and Tarot card reader. So if this message resonates with you, please like, share, and consider subscribing to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And you can feel free to check out any of the other live streams that have them as replays that you can watch, and you can like this video, like the other videos that you resonate with, any of the other messages. And also hype, that helps my channel too if you're unable to donate to my channel. So any support that you can give me, whether it's a like, subscribe, or hype, I really appreciate it. But even you being here watching, it's valuable too. It counts, it matters. So I appreciate you. Peace. Balance, harmony, and friendship. So this could have been a friend that you have a lot of attraction to, or a lot of passion, like you had a connection. Some of you, I don't know if some of you got intimate with this person, like I said, or it never reached that point. But this person is thinking about you. It could be somebody from a long time ago, like maybe when you were in high school or college, someone from your childhood even. Even though, well, but the chemistry could be you just got along with this person, because it'd be weird thinking children, have passion for each other, We don't do that on this channel, especially I'm a mother. I don't do that in my channel. I don't condone that either. Obsession, infatuation, adoration, addiction. Yeah, so maybe this person is thinking about you a lot. It says reminiscing, dwelling, and bittersweet. Infatuation, adoration, and addiction. Okay, one more card. That's like chemistry, memories, peace, obsession. Any other? I saw something. I wonder what that was. It didn't come out. It's so funny when Patrick Tarot does that thing when he says, it's not mutual. And that's from the Obsession movie. Like, I don't know if any of y'all saw that Obsession movie. That movie had me thinking, I'm like, oh my God, I do not want to be crazy. Have I ever been crazy like her? Maybe when I was like 14, 15 years old, I was a little nuts, But you're 14 and 15 years old, you have all these hormones and you have these feelings, and then it's too much for a young girl, Spying. Okay, so this person could be watching you, can be observing you. They may be following you on social media already, so it could be somebody you still have some sort of contact with. But this person could be watching you, keeping tabs on you. If they are reminiscing, if they are thinking about you, if they are, remembering special times or even intimate times they had with you, why would you watch somebody? Two reasons, right? You're stalking them, right? Or you want to come forward. You want to talk. You want to, reconnect, possibly. Some people don't. This is the twin flames underneath. Mirroring, shared feelings, reflection. For some of you, you already know who this person is. If you think that this person is your twin flame, this person could be thinking that about you. If it is like a twin flame dynamic, and there usually is that push-pull, there's that no contact period where you're not talking to each other, you take a break from each other, then you come back together, and then you fall apart and come back together again and fall apart. And that whole BS. It may not be BS to you, but it's exhausting. And I don't think I've ever been in a twin flames connection, but for all I know, I probably was, because the way it sounds, and it's, for what I've experienced, it's exhausting. It's tiring. It's kind of tying back to that reading, like you could get to that point where you're like, I don't give a fuck anymore, That could be for some of you. That this doesn't resonate with me anymore. But just thinking about this, it made me like, ugh. It made me like yucky. I don't like the way I feel right now. So I don't know if this is somebody that gives you the ick. Like before, you were all about them and they were all about you, but they did something or something happened that you kind of like, ugh, like you're no longer interested in them. Take it as it resonates, because now I feel icky. I don't know. Maybe I'm triggered right now. Maybe I'm triggered. Okay, let's see. What is this? Oh, for real? Okay. It's like, ew, I don't know why I did this. Why? I'm disgusted with myself, you know? Ah, it's sad. Ah, it's like, I can't take back my past though. I can't because I wouldn't be who I am today. And I wouldn't be able to say something that you resonate with if I didn't go through it myself. You know, it makes sense for people to talk about things that they know rather than things they don't know, just because everything else is like more theory than coming from a place of experience. But of course, we're all different and we experience things differently, you know. You know, it's so funny. I'm going to put this card back in, but I feel like this card came out because of me, because of the way I feel right now. Like, like I said, like, I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care, you know? Like, this is that. I don't care anymore. I lost the taste for this. This is this icky, you know? I don't want to eat this anymore. I had too much. I had my fill. But I'll get back to your reading because I just like, I got triggered. Right now. Okay. I gotta ground myself. Okay, I want to clarify the chemistry card. Chemistry, attraction, spark, passion. So when I was trying to read this all as one message, but it could be separate, you know? Oh, thank you so much, Indra. I really appreciate you. Oh, I'm not doing any readings. I'm sorry. I'm doing a collective reading. This is a collective reading. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Indra. Okay. All right, so chemistry. Let's find out what this chemistry is. Chemistry, chemistry, chemistry. What is this chemistry? Tell me about chemistry. Okay, we got the magician. You know what's interesting? Because the magician had, you know, works his magic. But then you see here, there's these sparks, there's these fireworks and stuff. Ew, that's gross. I don't really tap into stuff like that, and I don't even know why the hell that came in my mind, but I had to say it because people do this. I don't know if somebody tried to put a spell on you, a love spell, something like that. I don't know why that came up, but that may resonate. Some people do that. I don't agree with that, but that came up. I believe in free will. You should love who you love. The star. Somebody's trying to manifest a wish. I mean, it could simply be manifestation, but the fact that I thought about spells, that may resonate with somebody. Okay? Please take it as it resonates because it may not resonate. So it could be an Aquarius, a Gemini energy, a Virgo energy. It's trying to manifest someone back, wants to bring back the spark in a connection. The King of Cups came out. This is Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And this is someone who is emotionally mature, someone who is someone that you could talk to, who's compassionate and caring and is in touch with their emotions. They're sensitive, but they are grounded, emotionally grounded, emotionally stable. So somebody could be manifesting a King of Cups, which will be a water sign energy, or it could just be some of you may be manifesting a masculine, or a masculine may be manifesting you, manifesting something like a wish. The star card, it could be some sort of healing if it was a past connection and there was some sort of issue that needs to be resolved. Someone may be wanting to resolve the issue. But someone could also be trying to manifest contact or just simply attract somebody back into their life. Then we got the Ace of Swords. This is about communication, honesty, clarity. And then justice. Justice isn't about marriage only, okay? But that came out my mouth. So this person could be somebody that thinking about marriage. They could be thinking about marriage, but they could also want to be honest with you, want to bring balance into a situation, restore balance in a connection. Can I get one more for chemistry? This card, Six of Wands. They want victory. They want success. They want you to see them. They want your attention. They could be a wands, a king of wands energy. Someone who is very magnetic, attractive, creative, warm, loving, and generous. They may be trying to attract you. Look at this Chariot. They could also have Cancer in their chart. You may have Cancer in your chart. So a lot of major arcana. This person wants something big. So something big. Because we got the King of Wands, the King of Cups. This is a loving person. They have feelings for you, but they also have passion for you. Whoever they are. It could be a feminine or masculine, regardless of kings being here. Remember, we embody both energies. Whoever this person is, there is a lot of attraction, but there is a lot of love, a lot of emotions. They're wanting to manifest you. You are a wish to them, whoever this is. I don't know if this person wasn't seeing things clearly before, or they are seeing you clearly. They're seeing who you are to them, how fair you've been, or how they want to bring fairness into the connection or situation, whatever it is. Take it as it resonates, please. That's like, wow, I saw the Fool card. This person could want a new beginning with you. If this is somebody from the past, they want to start over. They want to do over with you with the Fool card. They want to wipe the slate clean. Whatever that means for you. Okay? All right, so it makes sense too because of the Peace card. Balance, harmony, friendship. Okay, now tell me, I did not, like I see the Two of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, but let's see if it comes out on its own, because you saw that just like, I'm trying to shuffle them and they flipped. So memories, they're definitely thinking about the time that you spent together with the Seven of Pentacles, because I don't know if you've known them for a significant amount of time, or you were in a relationship with them for a significant amount of time, or you haven't been in contact with them for the last 7 years. So it could have been a significant amount of time since you've last spoken with them. So it could be 7 years, or you could have been together 7 years. 7 years, 7 something means something to you. Okay? 7 something. All right, the memories, reminiscing, dwelling, and better see. What are they? Okay, I love this. I never read this card this way, but I like the way I read it, right? Because, cards, they have their set meanings, but I'm intuitive. And I think they love the way you come together, like how well you work together, you mesh with the Temperance card. Like you and them, you blend into each other. Like your relationship is what you had with them, it's so easy. It meshes. You mesh well together. I like that. The Devil, there could have been a bit of obsessiveness too. And it's funny because we have the obsession card right under memories too. So I don't know if there was a little bit of obsession there attached to that. I don't know if there was a little bit of toxicity, but the Devil card could be maybe there's a little bit of a codependency in the connection where when you and them were together, it felt good for them. But then when you weren't, I don't know if this person felt like they were addicted to you. I'm going to say that much. They were addicted. I feel like there was a little bit of addiction there. Addicted to your energy, addicted to your presence, addicted to how well you work together. But, that sounds very negative though, right? Page of Cups. This person wants to communicate their emotions to you. If they feel that they have to apologize for something, they want to apologize. They want the opportunity to apologize to you. This could be somebody that you've known when you were younger. And this is a water sign energy. Kind of goes with the King of Cups. So this is Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer energy. So they could have water in their chart, or they could just be like a person that you have shared emotions with. You know, you've been vulnerable with each other. This person probably, oh my gosh. Okay, this is another thing. The Page of Cups is someone who is vulnerable. You know, like all the pages are vulnerable if you think about them, because they're young in comparison to the knights and the queens and the kings. And the Page of Cups he is vulnerable. He's emotionally vulnerable. So this person too, I think that that's something that they're trapped in their mind about. How they can be emotionally vulnerable with you, you know? How, because the Temperance card is pouring pouring water, and water tends to be about emotions, you know? And I'm reading it in that sense, like water. So they feel like that you and them probably shared emotions with each other, shared vulnerable moments, vulnerabilities with each other, possibly shared fears, because the devil could also be fears. It doesn't have to be what I said earlier, but that may resonate with you all, and some of you. There could have been a little bit of addiction, or a little bit of a toxicity, or maybe not even a toxicity, but the codependency is a little bit toxic, you know, if you think about it. As someone who knows what being codependent is, it does, for a person, me, when I become codependent, it's not healthy for me. So that's why I'm saying it could be like kind of like an addiction or something. But for you, it could be like the fears, like this person was vulnerable with you. They could have been vulnerable in sharing their fears with you. But the devil could be like codependencies. It could be addictions. It could be toxicities too. Bad habits, you know? All right. So what is this past life? I share that stuff with you because I'm not pulling this shit out of my ass, all right? And the thing is like codependency is something that interferes with a lot of relationships too. And it's important for people to acknowledge that about themselves. Because when you start to acknowledge like those shadow aspects of yourself, then you can start healing. And that's why I'm sharing that with you, you know? So I'm being emotionally vulnerable with you, all right? Ace of Pentacles. So past life, Ace of Pentacles. But it says deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons. But Nine of Pentacles came out. What else with past life? Okay. Tower. And the Three of Cups. Excuse me. Past life. Deja vu. Repeated patterns, karmic lessons. It doesn't have to, oh, well, you know, if you think about it, whoever this person was, you may have been an integral part of them, maybe for them, they saw you as someone who was stable and secure and independent, you know, with the Ace of Pentacles. You could have had to start with them, like you try to start something, you try to build something. But ultimately, it's like Nine of Pentacles is that solitary energy. It's like being on your own, independent, self-sufficient. So some of you could have had a false start, but whatever happened between you two, I'm not sure what, but something did fall apart. And I don't know if it has anything to do with someone's self-esteem, someone's value of themselves, because we do have Pentacles showing up here and then the Tower, or maybe somebody... but this side message, I don't know if somebody got an opportunity that caused the relationship to end. You know, like somebody got a job opportunity. If it was like you knew somebody from school, you probably went to college, you knew college, or if you moved away for college, something like that. Hello, how are you, Savage? Thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well, thank you. It could be that for the past life. Let me see. What is this Tower? Four Cups. Somebody could have issues with addiction because the Four of Cups shows somebody drinking. So maybe somebody, if someone wasn't, somebody detached, emotionally detached for some reason. Somebody emotionally detached. Something happened that, like, whatever fell apart, somebody had to detach. I don't know if something happened to this, for somebody was Four of Cups. They were like, something happened to them and they were disappointed, detached. And, sometimes when something bad happens, sometimes, like you kind of soak in that and then it starts to bleed into the other things. And then somebody's like, yeah, this is causing our relationship to deteriorate in some way. It could be that maybe somebody has an issue with drinking. Because you see he's drinking. And it doesn't have to be he. It could have been a she, Women can be alcoholics too. Or drinkers. It doesn't have to be that. It could be at that degree. And no shade or joking around because addictions are a very serious thing. Especially when they're stemming from, childhood wounds, as a coping mechanism, not being able to handle stress and all that stuff. I understand that stuff, Oh, congratulations. Wow. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. You should be proud of yourself too. I know you're proud of yourself. I know you are. I know you are. Because every day is a test. And you're passing. You've passed for 3 years straight, so you're good. But that could have been something that happened in the past, and that maybe caused somebody to a relationship to deteriorate. But it doesn't have to be that. Maybe something happened and something disastrous, and it caused someone to become emotionally detached, emotionally withdrawn, and that impacted the relationship. Because we have the sun here too, so I don't know. It could be a Leo, it could be a Cancer showing up. We have Scorpio and Aries with the Tower card. Wow. Somebody's thinking about me right now. I could feel them. I could feel them. The sun. This could be this person realizing, I don't know if there was like a lot of stuff happening where it kept going on back and forth, back and forth. It was like the same thing over and over again, like the same shit on a different day. That could have happened. Somebody reached that point and they were like, yeah, I think it's time for me to like head out of here. Like, I think we can't be together anymore. But I feel like this person could be reminiscing on that and maybe at a better place now and wanting to apologize, reminiscing about how the good times, the memories, the emotions, the vulnerabilities, the happiness, the love, the passion, everything that existed within the connection itself. I love that. But for someone to be at this place, I feel like, let me see. It doesn't like something just could have happened. And somebody, I don't know what it was, the Four Cups was. It could be so many things. I mean, I could clarify it too. But there is somebody who's definitely reflecting on, certain memories, certain feelings are coming up for this person. Okay. All right. I want to know about peace. Let me see if that card goes in. All right. These 2 cards. Oh, 3 cards, actually. The Queen of Swords, the Hermit, and the Lovers. Oh, yeah. Somebody definitely cut somebody out and wanted to spend time. Because remember I was saying Nine of Pentacles, somebody was like, yeah, I don't know if it was a false start. Then somebody's like, yeah, whatever happened, the Tower, it's caused somebody to go solo, Because somebody was in this woe is me type of energy because something happened that impacted the relationship. It bled into the relationship. But I feel like somebody decided that it was time to cut something out, cut somebody out and stay to themselves. But it's funny because we have the lovers here, right? And at the bottom of the deck, somebody was choosing their peace. Some of you, I don't know if like some of you could like, we have twin flames here in the bottom of the deck. Mirror, you see how they're looking at each other? They're mirroring each other. I don't know if somebody was doing more healing than another person, and this is what caused somebody to like kind of retreat, because it's like, wow, I'm getting at a better place. I don't know if there was some sort of healing happening within the connection, but there's something happened that kind of threw somebody off, and it kind of put somebody back in a bad place, and that deteriorated the relationship. And someone's like, I had to protect my peace, so that means I have to disconnect from you. You know, I have to move away from you. I have to cut you out of my life. I have to be honest with myself. I love you. I care about you. But I love and care about myself too. So someone definitely took time to be by themselves. Oh, yeah, she is? Okay. Well, the Tower is Aries. And we got the King of Wands here too. Let me see what else. Okay, so someone definitely chose their peace. They were choosing their peace. It was a difficult decision, but it was a clear decision that needed to be made, because it's like somebody else could like want to self-destruct, but it's like, do you stay around and allow them to destroy you too? Or do you protect what you've already, protect and preserve what you've already done, all the work you've done for yourself? And I'm saying just in case that if this is a situation where there was healing, and do you go into self-preservation so that you don't undo all the work? But it's definitely hard, you know? So there's reflection on both parts here, but it's, so we got King of Cups and King of Wands. That could be the two main players in this situation. You say you're a Gemini, air sign energy with the Queen of Swords. It could be a feminine on the card, but it's more the energy of having to be honest with yourself, be fair, make very important, decisive decisions, firm decisions. Okay, so I want with this obsession, Knight of Pentacles. That's like that planning, evaluating, planning, setting. But it's a slow energy, slow. It's Five of Wands. Queen of Wands, that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. Knight of Pentacles is earth sign energy, but it's like a slow energy. Five of Wands is conflict, competition, having different viewpoints. I feel like this obsession, it may not be like crazy. It could just be more like, well, you know, overthinking, you know? Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Wow. That must be difficult, because, you know, I'm looking at this obsession card, and I'm not, it says here, infatuation, adoration, addiction, right? But what came to my mind though is because when you look at the Knight of Pentacles, it's showing someone who is thinking, who's planning, who's strategizing. They're taking down notes, making observations. Oh yeah, I'm an overthinker too. They should have a pill for that, you know? It's called a sleeping pill, right? But then we're probably overthinking our dreams, you know? So this is someone who's like doing a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, a lot of strategizing, you know? But it's like not in a crazy way. It's more like, it's like they're motivated, because of the Five of Wands. I feel like I'm trying to find the right word. It's like motivation, but I feel like it's It's not that word though. I can't think of the word. It's not dedication either. I can't think of it. But it's like they want to take some sort of action towards this, the fire sign energy, the person that they have chemistry with, you know, like it could be like, see, I have the King and Queen of Wands here, you know, trying to decide how to come towards this person. But there's a conflicted, you know, will there be success? Because somebody is wanting success and wanting this connection, this wanting to come back together, you know, because also the Temperance card is also reconciliation too. The thing, I'm trying to think about the word. I cannot think of that freaking word. But somebody is like, it's really like motivated. I can't think. I feel like that's not the word. That word is not doing what I want to say justice. But somebody is wanting to come forward. But of course, they want to make sure that when they do approach this Queen of Wands energy, they want to make sure that it's successful. You know, that they'll be receptive, that they'll be accepted. You know. I don't know if there's a fear of that too, because obsession could be also a fear too, that they may have competition. So that may be why the spying is here too. Like try to see, like, try to figure out, is the person that I want to reconnect with, is she or he connected to anybody? Are they in a relationship? Are they married? Are they available? You know? Okay, why is this person spying? Because I feel like that's the reason why. Seven of Swords. So that's strategy. Nine of Cups. Strategizing a way to get their wish fulfillment. No love spells, please, okay? No, that's not the word. I feel like I have to look it up. But let me see. It's not resolution, but it's where's my thesaurus? A motivation synonym. Drive. Is it drive? I don't think that's the word. Ambitious. No. Okay. It'll come to me. When I'm like, next week, it'll come to me. It'll be nice if you let me have it now, Spirit, because it's going to drive me crazy. I'm going to be in the shower like, it's this. All right. Seven of Swords is strategy. Looking at all the information, because the way this is like someone has all the swords laid out. And they're looking at, like, the swords are information, communication, ideas. Yeah, it's all that, like, truths, so someone's looking at everything. They're laying all the swords out on the table, evaluating everything, evaluating the information, weighing, seeing which one is more valuable, which is more reliable, which one is true. But then you have the Nine of Cups, which is somebody, like, you see her, she's like manifesting. And we have the Magician here too, as well. Let me show you. So somebody's wanting a wish fulfillment. And we have the Star card as well, so manifestation, wanting, but no love spells, okay? No love spells. Okay, I don't condone that. I do not support that. But Nine of Wands, not giving up. Somebody doesn't want to give up on whatever this is. But don't go crazy, please. Don't go crazy, all right? We want sane lovers, not crazy lovers. But because I can understand not wanting to give up on something because you value it, you love it, you care about it. But if it's meant to be, it will be. It won't require manipulation, What's meant for you will never pass you by, you know? Sometimes some of these relationships are meant to help heal us, trigger us, the catalyst to help us do the necessary work so that we can live the life that we're meant to live, right? Live in our purpose. But it could also be leading you to the person who is right for you too. So sometimes you don't end up with your twin flame. You know, this person could just be your teacher and meant to help you learn the lesson and help you heal and grow, evolve, and be the best that you can be, right? Like in the army. But for some of you, you could be reuniting with this person. For some of you, it could have just been what it was, you know? I say that because I understand that myself, you know? Sometimes some things are meant to be more than what they were, you know? And that is the hardest thing to accept, you know? Emperor. So Aries energy, but like self-control, discipline, a leader, a boss. It could also be God. The Emperor could also be God. I feel like, you know, with the fact that I'm saying that, it's like somebody could do as much as they can, but ultimately, if it's meant to be, it will be, you know? Sometimes the best way to get control over a situation is to let go of control. I don't know why you had to say that. And Three of Swords. Definitely has to do with healing. Somebody wants to heal the situation, wants to improve the situation, but remember, healing goes both ways, you know? If somebody wants to heal the situation, then they'll do their part too. It's something that cannot be forced, you know? You gotta remember free will, okay? And I only saying that because before, when I started this reading, something came up about love spells. That's why I keep saying no love spells, you know? We do not want no wishing willows here. We don't want to have some crazy people, you know, when the feelings are not mutual, you know? Oh, she can be controlling. Hi, Adrian. How are you? Oh my God, Adrian. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. But she's the boss. That's why, you know. You know, sometimes some things are meant to end, but some things can have a new beginning, you know, with the World card coming up. You know, for some of you, all right, however this resonates, whoever maybe wanted to reach out to you or vice versa. For some of you, a new beginning is possible, but for some of you, it could just simply be the end. You know, with the Three of Swords there's still some pain and healing that needs to be done, you know. That pain or the healing needs to close out before any reconciliation, any healing, any coming together can actually happen, you know. I saw the Hangman card, Pisces energy. So some of you just don't put yourself in a place of limbo. But like, so look at this. Like sometimes you gotta like take a break. The Four of Swords. We did see the Four of Swords earlier, right? Did I show the Four of Swords? Or there's a fly near me. Okay. Yeah, Ten of Cups. For some of you, there could be like a happy ending in this. But it just depends on the situation. Sometimes like I said, you have to, the only way you could get control of a situation is to let go of control. Okay? Let the healing, let this happen on its own. Don't try to force it. You know, you could pray for someone to heal, but they have to also want to heal. Remember, we are responsible for our own healing. You know, if someone wants to heal, we could pray for them to heal, but then they also have to do the work too, you know? Yeah, but for some of you, it could be a happy ending for you both, you know? Even commitment, even marriage, which is something that came up too. with the Justice card earlier. You know, but the peace definitely has to be restored in the connection, and healing, peace comes after healing. You know, it's part of the healing process. So it's important for there to be peace in this situation. So sort of resolution. Also being able to see eye to eye with each other. You see how they're reflecting, you know? I don't know what you mean by old, new beginning. Because as long as two people want to come together, you can have as many new beginnings as you can. But the thing is, if you don't want it to become a karmic situation where you keep doing the same shit and it ends up in with the same ending, and then you keep starting the cycle without there being the healing, without the changes being made, without there being accountability, without, you know, accountability of your own actions, someone taking accountability of theirs, you know. But anything's possible. You could have a new beginning with the person from the past, or you could just have a new beginning with someone new, you know? Well, a new beginning with someone from the past, that would be considered reconciliation, like coming together, you know? But you don't want to be reconciling to repeat a pattern, because that was one of the things. There was a repeated pattern. For some of you, that may resonate, where it's the same thing over and over again, and somebody just like, yeah, I'm done. Like, I don't like this ride. I'm getting sick. This ride makes me want to throw up, you know? Like, and I was feeling a certain way. And I think somebody was like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know, that's me. Because sometimes you start to get sick of it. You start to get sick of the same old, same old. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't want karmic cycles. We want to jump off that hamster wheel. I don't like hamster wheels. It's because it's the same thing every day, nothing different, nothing changes, you know? But then that's also stagnancy. You're stuck, you know? You're moving, but you're going nowhere. And that's not how a relationship should be, too, you know? But I want to clarify the twin flames card, because I didn't do that before. We're all karmics. You know, and for all you know, she could have been a karmic for you too. You know, we're all karmics. You know, every interaction we have with people has a purpose. You know, it could be good karma or bad, but the good karma is called dharma, but we always say karma. But it's more like all of us are karmics at one point in our lives, you know, and for different reasons, you know. I know, oh my gosh, I admit to, I'm a Scorpio, okay? I was born in the shadows and now I'm coming out into the light, you know? As I say, my father was darkness and my mother was light, you know? Even though she went through her dark periods in life, but in comparison, she was light in comparison to my father. You know, he had a lot of demons. And my mother, she's healed. She's healed. My father never got a chance to heal. He died. Okay, so this is why. Oh, oh my God. Oh, you're so sweet, Adrian. Thank you. I love how you love bomb me. Okay, twin flames. What is this twin flame? Wow. So it's the devil with the 10 of swords. One more for the twin flames. Ooh. Remember we were talking about peace earlier? Oh, I'm glad I was able to help you in some way. So twin flames, mirroring, shared feelings, reflection. Yeah. When if you understand how twin flames are, and this is why like we had to understand this about ourselves, you know, sometimes we could look at certain relationships that we had and we may question if they were a twin flame or not. But the thing is, sometimes you can meet people who show you know, they reflect things back to you or show you things that you need to work on. For whoever this twin flame is, and we did see the soulmates card, we saw the mirroring and the love. I mean, the soulmates card is the lovers, right? And at least in this reading, right? Because it's a love reading. This twin flame dynamic was meant to mirror someone, their toxicities, whether their insecurities, addictions, limiting thoughts, lack of self-worth, codependency, even like, I want to say being like a workaholic, those types of things, the things that kind of disrupt your life, that keep you trapped, that keep you boxed in, you know. The whole point of this was for you to become aware of that, those shadow aspects of yourself, which you need to accept because we all have a shadow, you know. And once you acknowledge and accept that part of yourself, this is where integration starts to begin and you become whole, because you're no longer fragmented and no longer holding on to shame or regret. This is where you start to accept yourself for who you are, flaws and all. And I feel like that's the most important thing that we need. We need to accept ourselves. We need to forgive ourselves. I feel like the twin flames relationship mirrored is meant to be a mirror to you to see what things you need to end. What parts of yourself, aspects of yourself no longer serve you. Some of you could be holding on to old identities that no longer resonate with where you are in your life. So that version of yourself has to pass away. It has to die so that you can be renewed. You could be liberated. You could be enlightened. You know, you could be free, right? Free from the past. Stuff that probably even happened during your childhood. Stuff that stems from your childhood. Because you see there are children here playing with swords and you see his hand or their hand has a wound. So it's like this twin flame dynamic was meant to help you heal those wounds. You know, help you heal. Heal from the past. You know what's interesting? Look at this penguin is petting him. So I don't know if penguins are, I don't know what the symbolism of penguins are, but like whoever this person was, because I feel like I said, there could have been a lot of emotional vulnerability, care, compassion in this relationship. And like this person's like, there, you're going to be okay. So whoever this was, they were kind of like, I say they were like a mirror. They helped you but they comforted you. They may have been a source of comfort for you, you know, or you to them. Remember, vice versa. It could be anything. Three of Cups. Some of you could be coming back together, you know. But for let me see. Yeah, for some of you, if you do the necessary healing, you have the understanding, you have the forgiveness. Self-forgiveness, yeah, it is the hardest thing, but it's the most important thing, you know? And I feel like self-forgiveness is also self-acceptance. Once you accept yourself, that's where the forgiveness comes in. Okay? But the Three of Cups, there could be a coming together. There could be an opportunity to meet up, to talk, to spend time together, reminisce even. But I see the Five of Cups here. But the thing is, as long as there's no healing, it's going to end up being the same shit it was before. There's going to be disappointment. There's going to be someone feeling isolated, alone, forgotten, you know? So, because remember the three, oh, wait, yeah, see, Three of Pentacles, you know? So make sure that you're feeling worthy, that you feel worthy. You are worthy, okay? Remember that you are worthy, but you're worthy of healing. You're worthy of forgiveness of yourself. You're worthy of self-acceptance. You're worthy of that. You're worthy to be free from your past, from your pain, from your sorrow. You deserve to be at peace, you know, and you have to understand that. You have to understand that and accept that too. You know, like I said, the acceptance what's lending, it will lend to forgiveness of yourself. Because I saw the Two of Wands, and this is about like stepping out, venturing, looking at what could exist out in the future, you know? Like, but then the Two of Cups is here. So that's possible. But it could be if you reconcile and you're healthy, you're healed, and you're bringing you're not bringing all the old stuff, like the lack of self-worth, the unworthiness, the abandonment issues, the stuff that caused you to be in this devil energy. You know, this and this go hand in hand. The devil and the Five of Pentacles in this reading, they go hand in hand. You know, this needs to be resolved before this could happen. Before you can step into your future, whether it's with this person or it could be somebody totally new, someone different, you know? So I'm going to end that reading there. I hope it was helpful to you all in the best way possible. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening ahead. I'm in New York, just so you know. So right now it is 7:20 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for being here, for liking, for possibly sharing and subscribing, and even hyping the video up once you can hype it. But you could go and check out my other replays and hype those videos if any of the messages resonate with you. So I'm sending you lots of love and light, and take care, everyone. Bye.